So my room had not changed in about 14 years. After a long time, I finally had the money, the time, everything to finally redecorate it all and have something that I'm proud of and something that really feels welcoming. I went through everything in this video. I talked about where I got it all from, how much it cost me, everything like that. So if you're interested in picking up something that you like, it'll all be listed there. It took me about 3 days with the help of my mom and my dad to rip up all the carpet, repaint all the walls, prepare everything. It all took about 3 full days, and then obviously slowly things start to come in, and small things like building furniture and stuff happened another day. Let's hop right into them.
So let's start with what most of my subs are going to be here for, and that's going to be my PC setup. We're going to jump right into this and we'll talk about it all. My primary monitor here is going to be an Alienware 240Hz monitor. I paid about $300 for it. Super happy with it. I don't think I'll ever go back to 144. On the right hand side here, we have an old BenQ monitor. I think this was like $200 back in the day, a 1 millisecond response rate. Pretty solid, but it's really just used for streaming at this point, nothing much else. As for peripherals, we're going to jump down to my keyboard. This is going to be a Razer Black Widow. I think I paid maybe $110 for this. It's the tournament edition, so no numpad here as you could see. Really happy with it. Love Razer keyboards, so I definitely recommend it. Next up, we have my mouse, a Logitech G403. It was pretty cheap, like 50 bucks, easy to use. I'm happy with it overall. I don't think that I changed much about it. Here we have my headphones, the Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs. By far my favorite headphones ever. This is my second pair, going on about 5 years of using them. Would highly recommend. They're about $140 if I'm not mistaken. Rated basically as the best headphones in their price range. Absolutely love them. If you guys know Synthesize OG, convinced him to buy one as well. We all love them. Coming over here to my microphone, we have the Rode Procaster. I'm a huge fan of it. It's really good for louder environments. I have a window unit over there, so as you guys can see, my room can get pretty loud at times. This helps so much with blocking that noise out. I believe it's about $220. I love it. The microphone is sitting on a Rode mic arm. This was about $100 as well. Pretty expensive for a mic arm, but it's needed with these heavier mics. The other ones just won't support them. This microphone comes all the way down and around and goes into my Red Scarlet Solo 2. An audio interface, easy 80 bucks-ish around there. Really worth it. Works really well with XLR microphones. Huge fan of it. We got, some medicine, my wallet, my keys, my badge, some snacks, things like that around. On this back lobe, we have some foam paneling. Helps a little bit with the reverb on your microphone. It's pretty useful for me. Just help cover up this wall to, get some less echo and everything. Pretty big fan. I think I spent like 50 bucks on the entire wall, top to bottom. Worth it, in my opinion. I think it's worth the investment if you have the spare money lying around. I apologize, I'm not a cable person. You'll have to get over. My monitors sit here on a dual monitor mount. I think this was about $40 off of Amazon. I've had it for maybe 2 or 3 years at this point. Pretty worth it. I mean, I don't have any complaints with it. It does exactly what you'd expect it to. As for my lighting, we have an Elgato key light right here. I believe this was about $200. It attaches down here onto my desk. About 200 bucks. Really good for streamers if you have the spare money. On this side, we have a basic kind of Amazon ring light. I think I maybe paid 30 bucks for this. Has a really crappy tripod, but gets the job done. Right here, we have my camera tripod itself. I don't even know the brand of this. If you guys can see back there, I think that's something like a Sunpack or something. It was just whatever tripod they had available at Best Buy when I bought it. Again, gets the job done. It's pretty sturdy. I like it a lot. So then we have our camera, which is what we're using to record right now. We have a Sony a6000. I believe I spent about $650 on this. Very much worth it. I make money off of YouTube. I try to invest a lot back in it. As for my computer down here, I'll put up another shot showing the actual inside of the computer. I think I spent around $2,000 on the computer. This is basically my gaming setup. If we go ahead and sit back here, you guys can see. Pretty clean. I mean, obviously my cable's not clean, but it gets the job done. I like it a lot. I put a lot of time and a lot of money investing into this, so I'm so proud of what I have. A lot of that is also due to you guys, truthfully. Whole PC setup. My desk, by the way, is just a custom desk. I think it was about $90 to make it. Me, my dad, and my dad's friend built it. For all the wood, staining, everything, about 90 bucks. It's about 6 feet wide. I think it's about 1.5 feet back and then another 3 feet over here. Really happy with it. A lot cheaper than I could have gotten any desk this size for, and it works perfectly. It is drilled into the wall though, which kind of sucks, but is what it is. Now we're going to rotate from this setup all the way over to this wall, which is probably my favorite wall. I have this black wood paneling kind of as an accent here. It's actually wallpaper. It was super easy to put up. Me and my mom did it. And then we have this awesome panel painting, which I love. I feel like this ties a lot of things together in the room. This was about $70 on Amazon. It was A little expensive, but it is what it is. I'm really happy with how it came out. I love having it there. I think that it does an awesome job of bringing that wall together. The wood paneling, I believe you could literally just search black wood wallpaper on Amazon and find this. I believe I spent about 200 bucks for the entire wall. The wall's about 11 feet by, I don't know, something like 8 or 9 feet high. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think it turned out awesome. I'm a huge fan of this wall. Probably my favorite wall. Call this the accent wall. I don't know if that's the actual correct name for it, but that's what I call it. Coming down here, we have my nightstand. Just got a little candle on it. This little plant here I got for like 10 bucks at Target. It was pretty worth it. I think that's a good pickup. Adds a little bit of life to the room. I'd like to add more kind of fake plants around. Just gotta figure those out. So the nightstand itself was a combo with the nightstand and the dresser over here off of Amazon. I'll try to figure out how much I paid for that. I think it was like $150. My parents got it as a gift for me for my birthday. Really easy to set up. Probably took like an hour and a half to set up both of them. I love them. They're really simple. I feel like they fit the aesthetic of the room really well. Absolutely happy with them. This trash can, man, paid like $40 for this thing. Was not worth it at all. I mean, it's cool. You go ahead and you push it up and then you let it drop and it lowers on its own. It's pretty neat, but for 40 bucks, so not worth it. I overpaid. This is one of the expensive things I bought that I didn't need, but you know, I feel like it's modern, it looks good in the room, so we had to have it. Now we come and we switch around to this back wall. This is going to be another one of my favorites, honestly. So we have a painting here and a painting here. Same painting, flipped upside down. I originally was a little skeptical on it, but I feel like it actually came out pretty well. It does add some color to the room with the red splashes and everything. I feel like it livens it up. We do have a, I believe, 30-foot LED strip going around the top of my window, well, all around my window, truthfully, which runs down here along the wall around this closet as well. I think I paid maybe 20-30 bucks for this on Amazon. Real cheap, really easy to set up. I got the ones that automatically have a sticky back to them, so all you had to do was peel it and then stick it right on. Really nice stick. Had it for a few, maybe like a month or two now, I think. Happy with it. I feel like the light really adds a lot to the room, especially if it's like nighttime. It brightens things up and just gives a little bit of color. Peep the window AC unit. That was like 200 bucks, Jesus Christ. So coming down to here, we have my bed. So the comforter, the bed sheet, you know, the pillow covers, everything like that, I think was about 60 bucks. Paid a decent price for that. So the entire bed set was about $60 from Walmart. I have a platform bed. No, I don't have a really good movable light here, so I'm going to turn on my phone light so you guys can see this. So we have a platform bed, which means if you come down here, it's literally like a platform, like it floats. So I have a drawer over on this side, and then there's another drawer on that side of the bed, which obviously I can't use, but I don't really care. I believe I paid $300 for the bed frame on Wayfair. I think that's where I ordered it off of. I'll confirm, but if I don't put up anything on screen, it was off of Wayfair. 300 bucks. Not too hard to set up. Really happy with it. I've always wanted a platform bed, and I just think it looks so good. You know, you lean back here, it's clean, it's off the ground, it makes everything tie together, and then obviously, you have a little bit of the storage under there. As for these pictures back here, I paid $20 each for this one and this one, obviously the same thing. $20 each from Burlington Coat Factory, I believe, or just Burlington, whatever it's called. Compared to the $70 I paid for this, 20 bucks for these two, 20 bucks each, I should say, for these two, was a steal, an absolute steal, compared to what Amazon was trying to charge. Now we rotate to this wall. I feel like, again, ties everything together. My closet doors were about $85, if I'm not mistaken. Really easy to set up, was pretty quick. Over here, we have this painting. I got this for $8 at a Christmas tree store, I think it was called. Literally $8. So worth it. Oh my god. Then we have this lamp. I overpaid for this lamp. I 100% did. It was modern looking. I felt like it fit the room. I loved it. The base kind of matches my desk. The just overall aesthetic of it was really nice. I paid like $45 for this. So here we have a 50-watt floodlight. I use this for my streaming. As you can see, it brightens up the room quite a lot. If I go ahead and turn this off, you can see it becomes a lot more dull. When I'm streaming, having this floodlight on adds a lot of color, helps out the background quite a lot. Spent $30 for that on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. Just a normal 50-watt floodlight. Feel free to look it up. Here we have my dresser. Again, I believe this was like $150 in combination with the dresser and the nightstand. Really happy with it. I feel like the look of it fits the room really well. It overall works clean. They fit together. That's really all I can say. My parents bought this for me as a Christmas gift, but obviously used my Amazon account, so I know the price of it. So I think it was like $150 offhand. As for the walls, so the walls are not black, even though it may look like it. They're really a dark gray. Kind of does look black, I get it, trust me. I think for paint on the walls, I spent 40 bucks on, and then for like the white paint around the door, the molding, everything, I think I spent another 40 bucks. So maybe like $80 in paint from Home Depot. But that essentially kind of wraps everything up. I also redid all of the coverings, so like that vent cover, my light switch outlet covers, all of that I redid. Basically the entire room, gutted and redone. We also put in new carpet down here, as you guys can see. I had really old gray crappy carpet which just sucked. I hated it, so I was thinking about just leaving it, and then out of nowhere my mom just started ripping it up without saying anything. So here we are, new carpet. I paid $80 to do my entire room from Home Depot. It was called a remnant or whatever, 80 bucks. Everything else was gonna be like 200. $80 to do this entire thing, and we still have a lot of it left over, so a lot of that's in the garage just kind of staying. Awesome, 80 bucks, do the entire room, so worth it. Carpet is so expensive, oh my god. But that kind of wraps everything up, guys. So if we take one quick tour around the room here, we'll go nice and slow. As you guys can see, this is everything all tied up. Huge fan of how this turned out. My first time ever kind of redoing a room, my first time ever decorating on my own, truthfully, and it turned out really awesome. I'm super happy with it. So I hope that you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.